The year 1934 saw Roosevelt and the Democratic-controlled Congress solidify the New Deal, a series of legislative actions often presented as humanitarian relief, yet deeply marred by political calculation and institutionalized prejudice. The ethical rot lay primarily in the systemic discrimination embedded within the recovery machinery, a dark bargain struck to secure Southern Democratic votes vital for the New Deal's passage. A prime example was the National Housing Act of 1934, which created the Federal Housing Administration. While promising to stabilize the housing market, the FHA underwrote and codified redlining, a governmental policy that officially deemed neighborhoods with African Americans or other minorities as high risk. This action ensured that federal mortgage assistance flowed almost exclusively to white areas, locking black families out of wealth creation for generations and permanently institutionalizing racial segregation in American cities. Similarly, the Agricultural Adjustment Administration, operational since 1933, paid farmers to reduce output. In the South, powerful white landowners received the subsidy checks and, in a manipulative act of self-enrichment, often used the funds to buy new machinery and evict thousands of black sharecroppers and tenant farmers. Displaced from the land without aid or recourse, these families became economic refugees, a direct negative result of a purportedly helpful government program. Roosevelt's political maneuvering highlighted the ethical compromises at the core of his administration. Despite persistent lobbying and the moral urgency of the issue, FDR consistently refused to support federal anti-lynching legislation in 1934. He feared that confronting the Southern Democratic bloc on racial violence would cost him the votes needed to pass his economic bills, prioritizing political expediency over confronting murderous prejudice. These actions, alongside the continuation of the forced Mexican repatriation which targeted and deported U.S. citizens of Mexican descent, revealed a widespread pattern of prejudicial, manipulative, and unethical state-sanctioned discrimination at the expense of vulnerable minority populations throughout the country.